Today's video is sponsored by Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's, for sponsoring today's video. What's up, everybody? We're back with another tool deals video, and today we're going to be not talking about tool deals necessarily, even though this has been going on sale wildly a lot lately for $149, which is crazy. But what we're going to be doing today is testing this bad boy out. As we can see, this Grabo holds 265 pounds. Now, I'm not strong enough to pick 265 pounds up with one hand. All right, but we will be testing it out on different materials. Now, as we see here, it says that it can work on solid and semi-porous materials. So it has some examples of semi-porous and solid items down here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna test it out on different materials. Over here in the far right, we have some NVF, then we have some plywood, then we have some particle board, then we have cinder block, and then we have a fire brick right here, and then we have a regular old garden brick. So we already know that this thing will handle glass and just smooth, non-porous surfaces, but I really want to see how it will hold up against all of these items here. Now, this video will have chapters because I want to explain some things that you might know, so feel free to skip around. First up, we're going to explain what porous and non-porous is. So I'm going to use examples to explain that. If something is non-porous, it would not allow water to pass through it. So those are things like steel, metal, glass, etc. Porous items will allow water to pass through. Some things are more porous than others, like tissue, cardboard, bricks, cinder blocks, certain types of wood. So we're going to go ahead and test each item. So obviously, first of all, this is cardboard, and it's cardboard that has a coating of paint on it. So you know what, let's get some regular cardboard. So if we pour a little bit of water on this box, here's what will happen. It largely kind of puddles off, and that's because it has a coating of paint, but with enough water and enough time, that will eventually seep through. That is semi-porous. Now let's pour it on this cardboard that doesn't really have a coating, and you can probably see that roll it off, that water's still there. That's penetrating already. You can see this is almost already dry. It's deep down in there. See that? That's very porous, and a napkin, toilet paper will be even more porous. So let's go to this garden brick here. All right, let's try to roll that off. We see it's very, very porous. Fire brick. Oh, there's a spider. God, shoot. That is super porous there. I mean, that thing, nothing even rolled off. That is going to be something. Let's test this cinder block. Okay, that's I mean, it's not worth rolling. That is porous. Now let's check this particle board out. And this has like a little coating or something on it. So, oh yeah, see that? Yeah, see, that's beaten up. That's almost acting like your car. All right, so I'd expect it to do very well against that. Now let's check out this plywood. Plywood, especially if it's pressure treated, I mean, it's still gonna be porous, but you know, you saw it roll off. So I will call that semi-porous. And then this MDF, boy, it's gonna probably absorb everything. Let's see. Not quite, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily, but it did leave a mark. Now, let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy and start the video. Or the testing, rather. You've been here for a few minutes. All right, no fancy sound effects, just me opening up this box. I will say that the water made it quite easy to get that sticker off, though. So when you open this bad boy up, you basically just have, there you are, the device along with some felt. This is what would you call these? These remind me of the things you put, like casters. There you go, some felt casters with 3 washers, which seems to be an odd number. Get it? I cracked myself up. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and read the instructions to figure out what those casters are for and those washers, and then we'll be back. All right, we're back. So I found out a few things. It's a very simple device. So these are just replacements. Because if you take, first off, it has a little plate that you rest it in, and you flip it upside down, you'll see that you see 1, 2, 3 different holes, right? And behind each washer you have some felt pad. So that's what all that is. Now the other thing that this comes with is a sunshade, and you see it's very sunny outside, so that goes here so you can see the screen when you're outside in the sun. It also has basically anchors here for straps. So if you need to strap something, you can pull it up if it was heavy and it was, you by yourself, or to pull it straight up, to lift it straight up. It'll give you more leverage and make it stronger. Now let's go ahead and pop a battery into this. I'm going to use a 4 amp hour battery, the slim high output one, and then a regular 5 amp hour XR one to see if there's a difference. But we're going to start off with a 5 amp hour one first and then see what it can't do. And then, because that's going to be the battery most people have, and then if it can't do something, we'll put the 4 amp hour battery on there to see if it performs any better. Let's go. All right, so mistake on my part. This is way too big for that brick. Definitely way too big for the fire brick, but not for the center block. So we'll go ahead and test this. So all you do is you turn it on. You turn it on with the switch here, and then there are 2 buttons. You have a green one, you have a red one. You just set it down and press the green one. You don't even have to push it down or anything, and see what it does. All right. Come right here. Now, as you can see, it's not creating any pressure at all. So the center block would be a bust. All right, so it's getting a little late in the day. And remember we said we were going to try this 4 amp hour battery. But then I got to thinking, well, what if, that's even not powerful enough? So then I got a 5 amp hour Powerstack battery. And I said, well, while I'm at it, I might as well get the new Tabless Powerpack, and why not just throw in a FlexVolt? So we're going to test all these, starting with the 4 amp hour Slim Packs. All right, turn it on. We got the 4 amp hour Slim Pack on there, fully charged. Let's make sure we line this bad boy up very well. Ah, yes, it's lined up. Let's go. Nothing. All right, let's try the next battery. All right, so now we have the 5 amp hour Powerstack. Let's try this. Nothing. 8 amp hour Tabless battery. Ooh, it's a different sound. So this thing is really packing a wallop. You hear that? But still, last, it's nothing. And last but not least, we got the FlexVolt. Still nada. Now, what I will say, out of all the batteries, it sounded like the 8 amp hour Tabless battery. That new Powerpack is the strongest, because everything else pretty much sounded the same. So there you have that test. It just simply doesn't do center blocks. All right, now let's try the particle board. So we're gonna just put it down, push the button. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Now with this, you can see and hear it. Got the green bars, and there you go, it's done. That's letting you know, hey, we ready to pick it up. Let's test it. Oh yeah. It's my new weights. Now, to get it off, you're gonna need to know how to do that. Push the green button, and then the exit deflates. And there we go. All right, let's do the plywood. I don't think it's gonna do it. Let's see. Oh, it's doing it. Plywood is in the house. Look at this. Look at it. It's doing it on the plywood. Well, let's just see what's going to happen. I mean, does it need to get the 4 bars? I'm wondering, because I'm thinking if I pick this up, it'll probably work. Let's test it. Oh yeah, just fine. Wow. right, let's stop that. Well, my lovely assistant stopped the camera. I said, let's stop that. I meant stop the machine. But yeah, it worked. Now, the cool thing about this, though, well, not the cool thing, the interesting thing was that you saw that I lifted it while it was still running. So it's, in order to get it to stop, you just had to hit the green button and it released all of its vacuum. You didn't have to do all that other stuff like on the particle board. Now I don't think it's doing that at all, but let's see. Maybe it will. It might surprise me because it did the plywood. That's amazing. All right, now I'm gonna dodge the staples there. Let's go. Nada. Nothing. Well, I had a little bitty suction, like it's trying, but there's nothing. There's nothing going on down there. So I knew this was going to be a complete bust. Now, it is possible it didn't do this because it's not completely flat, but it had still, to me, like enough coverage to suction that. So, and this is not exactly perfectly straight either, but yeah, so that's it. It's not going to do any of the bricks. Didn't do the center block. It didn't do the MDF, but it definitely did the plywood, which I'm very surprised. This will easily handle like 2x6s and 2x8s, 1x8, stuff like that. I think it'll handle those just fine. So there you have it. A quick video just to show you guys whether this thing works on on porous materials. It does to an extent. I do believe Grabo makes something if you're interested in this, you'll find the link in the description below, or it'll be clickable in the lower left hand corner and in the pinned comment. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask them in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.